Hello, this is my guide about the Oblivion War today. My war is already being won, but I'm gonna take this time just to show you what the map looks like and what it normally you would do. So let's see. When you normally log into the game, if it's event time, you'll have this icon right here that looks like a portal, a purple portal on your right side. And when you click on that, it will tell you to teleport. I'm already in here, that's why I don't have the option to teleport anymore. But this is what the map looks like. It is a desert map. There is an edge, and there's different gates and camps all over the map. Each one of the buildings have a different buff. For instance, if you capture an ancient ruin, it should give you a troop 50% attack. Okay, if we capture the hospital, let's see, the Temple of Life, that is healing speed 50%. So that is why it's useful to conquer those. If we conquer both ancient ruins, then you have 100% additional attack on all your units, everybody in the alliance. So that's what that is about. Now the different camps, they're just basically like towers. I don't believe they give any buffs. It just gives you points. So the first occupation, you get a boost on your points, but then you get so many points per minute, and that is the reason why when you look at the score, we're earning 3,360 points per minute, while the other alliance is earning nothing, because they don't have anything. They're not occupying anything. Okay. About the points are useful for the personal rewards, and based on our current league, we actually only need 24,000 points, and you can see that in the event map. When the winner reward, you only need 25,000 points, 24,000 points to get all the rewards for the personal reward. Okay, so we're doing pretty good right now. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so if you look at the map now, this normally if you were to have a nap with the other alliances, because right now we're doing 1 versus 1, but eventually once the protection time is over, because this is a new server, we're gonna have 3 versus 3, or 3 is like 3 contests instead. Normally alliances will broker naps between each other, so everybody can have points, at least the minimum personal reward points, so they can actually get something from it from the time they participate. So it is very useful, especially if you have a small alliance and a big alliance, so they can actually make some points and they get some rewards. But in this conflict, for instance, they did not ask for any nap. They didn't ask for anything. So basically the alliance just took all of it. If we were to have an app, normally the conditions would be castles that are in the dark area here are safe, like you can't really attack castles that are out there. And if you have a castle in the sand, that means that you're open for PvP in the middle. And normally you will divide the buildings. For instance, if you are in Gate of Demise 1 side, you will divide Camp 1 and Camp 2 and the Camp 3 for this alliance. And then if you're in the Gate of Demise 2, then you will take Camp 7, 8, and 6, or something of the sorts, because those places will be safe from attack. Everything else that is out in the open, like 5, 3, or 4, usually will be 2 camps right next to each other. Everything that's on the open are actually free for all. It's just the nap on the places where you can get your points. Now, if you have a contested map and you want to achieve points quickly, what you need to do is you need to send some, because the gates are usually safe and the camps are usually safe. Usually what you want to do is you want to go into the reinforcing, and I'm going to see these troops, for instance. Like right now we have a lot, but normally you would see people reinforcing with 1 unit, because they're safe points. So you reinforce with 1 unit so you don't get over the limit, and everybody gets a chance to wait, no details, to put their units in there. See, like I reinforce it here with 1 unit just to get points, because you still get the same points. But if you notice here, the troop detail is 10 out of 30, so you can have 30 marches, but our troop cap is almost maxed out. If this is a non-contested building, that means that, and we had 20 players that are sending, or 15 players that send their marches complete, they probably will be completely gone. Like, will be completely, you would have more units than you have players that could fit in there. So that's why it's always a good idea that if you negotiate NAP, only all the units, all the people joining will have only one unit, except for maybe the leader, But that is what happened with those. So if this is a safe building, don't reinforce it. It'll be big. Now, if we have things like this is a contested point, right? You're gonna see here, you have bigger marches there. Now, here they have a troop cap of 1 million. The troop cap is determined by the very first person that goes into the tower or building, or if they activate super garrison right here, which is above, that costs 2,000 diamonds. Whoever activates the super garrison, their information, like their bonuses, everything else will apply to everybody. So in that case, say that OS 10 would be like below here and they are not the actual captain, they got there first, then they would have to they could activate super garrison and move to the very top, so that's just something to think about. And it happens any type of building that has the type of garrison stuff. You can do that. You can always activate super garrison if you want to. Okay, and the last thing I was gonna say, if you are in need, normally if you are doing the nap, you would stay still until the very last 10 to 15 minutes, where it would be a free-for-all. When you are in the free-for-all, or anytime that you need points, and you see those paths, like the green line with this transport, or this, like, I guess like an Egyptian god walking, right? When they go walking through that green line, that is the place or the camps where you will start getting a lot of points by being garrison in there. So for instance, in camp 3, I actually have a new unit, I think. I'm pretty sure I have a unit in camp 3. There you go, I'm right there. If you have a unit in camp 3 and you get the points from this convoy, if you're standing there when they go through, then you'll get more points. So technically, if you were to arrive late and you're not going to have enough points just by sitting there, you can always just teleport somewhere in the middle and send marches to each one of the places where they're going to go. The transport is going to go through, and that's going to give you a big chunk of points when they pass you by. Like here, I think it was about 5,000 points, for showing up and having a garrison in that place. Okay, so that is basically it. There's not a whole lot else to do. Usually, communication is key, and follow the leaders, follow whoever is giving the orders to what to attack, what to defend. But other than that, and yes, and if you, because I cannot show it now, but if there was a tower that was contested that you want to attack, it is always useful to scout it before you do it, just to make sure that you're not losing troops too soon in the battle. So just scouting the troops would definitely give you an advantage, So anyway, so yeah, if you can scout the stuff, that would be pretty useful. Like we got defeated, or I got defeated by this guy with archers. That really hurt. Or was it with cavalry? Oh no, it was a tier 8 cavalry, and I have tier 7. So that's why totally got defeated by that guy, dude. That makes no sense. That makes sense. But yep, so anyway, that was what's going on right now. And I hope you learned something from this, and we'll see you later.